So now we just repeat the first few exercises. We touch base, we feel the feet, we open the balance up, and we just play with the tensions in his body. He's putting tensions down there, so his mind is going through his body to my base to direct force. I touch, and I open balance. And you just play that tension game of there's tension, and relax and release his balance. Once you've got the balance broken, then touch, relax and release the balance, and now from here we can add energy into it and affect our training partner. So presses in, touch, and what I don't want to do is shove my partner once they're floated. And my teacher would always say, be aware of the dark side of the push, because once they're floated, you can do bad kung fu and it's going to work. What you want to do is be very sensitive to once that float's there, now I want to energetically move with a minimal amount of transfer of mass. I can add mass later. What I want to do is take this energy and amplify the energy, but if I only open his body up that much, what happens? It stays inside him. If I open his body all the way up to there, then he's going to go to there. So the mental space where you relax the person out and then you put energy into it, how are you coping? Okay. What I'm most interested in is the feeling of his balance leaving his body. Because that's, if he has any other shape, if I touch, I want to be working on that frequency straight away. So as soon as
Oh, yes.
yeah, it changes the rise, the feeling, as soon as you have that. I didn't plan that. Now, if I've opened my partner's balance up, then I need very little mass to affect him. If he's grounded and then I do the exercise, then it feels more like I'm picking up his body weight. Nothing wrong with that, because you're training your mechanics to align your mass through your stretch to pick them up. Now, you can put that power straight into the balance, or I can put it into the body, and it's kind of heavy and clunky on the body, but when it's on the balance, everything's lighter. So if I relax into the balance and the mass together, if it's just balance only versus mass only, and then I blend them together and make it more balanced. So yeah, so the amount of release I have, then when I transfer the weight into that feeling, that produces a jin. So if he's a little bit susceptible to energizing without openness, but if I open him, I use 1/10 of the energy, get better result than if I'm energizing without openness. If, let's say, you're pushing on me, my mind is on me, it's like, now we're power struggling.
Yeah.
If I put my mind there, whoop, there we go, now you're light. Yeah. So I got to stay over there. And I just have to get past you. It's a feeling like I put my mind there and I step to there. Okay. My mind goes there as if I'm stepping, like I'm doing that. Okay. Yeah. And so so it's stepping without stepping. If your training partner is quite open, wherever you put your energy, that's where it's going to go. So you'll find you've already got your bell curve of all the training partners you've had in the room, and you'll find the people that you can say, oh, I'm going to connect to below his hip, or I'm going to connect to above his scapula, or I'm going to connect under and across on a diagonal. Wherever the mind goes, the energy goes. The more open the person is, the easier it is for you to train that method. So as I touch my part, want to send energy, the first thing I want to do is, where do I want it to go? I can send it as a wave, like we've been doing, or I can send it as a field. Now the field is that I want to feel as much of his body as I can, and then put energy everywhere at the same time into my partner. If I do it as a wave, we're going to get this effect. And it's going to wave, field, that effect. And it's my mind is changing the target. I'm not stopping at the points of tension going, I have to pick that up. I just feel more of his body and I send more energy to more of his body to get the field effect. Wave through your partner, and the other is a field. So there's no one particular point where the energy's hitting her, it's hitting everywhere and expanding. And then just jump backwards and forwards. So I'm going A to B, and B. Bigger mental space, and you fill the whole space. But the most important thing is here, you do not tell him what you're doing. He cannot mechanically know what you're doing because it's your mind and it's energy. So if you touch your partner and think right, think left, think back, you don't push left, you don't push right, you don't push back. You get the float and you just think that way. The energy will go into the balance in the direction of your mind.